Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Playbook Podcast number 2. On my right, I'm joined by Atlanta's finest, Ish. First time in the Philly office. How's it feel, man?
It's amazing. Ronnie, I do appreciate you having me here. Philly's different. The office energy, office environment, it's a game changer.
Yeah, it's funny, man, because like your all's crew right now is so small and so connected because you guys have just only been with us now for a couple months. You're doing some serious damage, always up there on our leaderboard. But it reminds me like 2 years ago when we were your all size and it was us and the boys when we first started, now to see like 2 years fast forward. So like when I saw you guys walk in, it kind of gave me like a blast from the past.
Yeah.
How does it feel to be in the most dominant office in the country?
It feels crazy, and the way you see us as how you started, we see y'all as part of the future.
The vision, right?
The vision.
Yeah.
We see exactly how you kind of laid it down, the standard you set very early on, how we need to take from that, implement it to get the results, and even increase later on down the road.
Absolutely, and that's the best thing, man. Seeing guys like you come in and be able to get the results that you have. So, like, we were just talking about this before we went on audio, and like, when you graduated, you probably, like, we all knew that just a 9 to 5 was a normal thing to do. Like nobody knows better. Like that's what we're taught. It's a rat race.
Yeah.
How does it feel like to go from just where you were at a couple months ago to being an engineer, being in that corporate 9 to 5 grind, to now being in charge of, essentially your destiny?
It's different because, truthfully, you have no control over your life when you're in that corporate environment. Your checks are written every single week. Your workload can increase, it could decrease, whatever. You are stuck in the environment they put you. In this kind of job, you write your check at the end of the day. Your energy, your efforts, your hustle, you determine your own outcome.
Yeah, that's the thing, man. That's the best part about sales in general. Like you control everything. Yeah. Whatever you put into is whatever you get out, and that's my favorite part. That knowing that this is a vehicle where potentially the guy that's coming in can do better than me if I take my foot off the gas. And it's such an open playing field. And like, as you saw, you didn't have any like master's degree in sales or anything crazy. Like, all you need to do is bring in that work ethic. Yeah. So, like, you're obviously somebody that got off to a fast start. You were up there on our leaderboards. Was it month 1 or month 2?
Month 1 and 2.
Month 1 and 2. So, like, that's impressive because our top 10 is a dogfight. It changes every single month. And if you're watching this and your top 10 stays the same, you need to run and find a different team. So, how were you able to come off to that start with zero sales background?
With no sales background, it's immediate where I have to learn. First, there's no pride in this business.
Mm-hmm.
I can't come in with any prior knowledge thinking I'm about to be better than anyone. I have to truthfully see who's the top people in the company, see, hey, this guy's where I want to be, implement his game, put it in my script, work harder than anyone, even the top guys here. That's the only way you're going to get some sort of results. So for my first 2-3 months, every single day, 9 a.m. to 10 p.m., just dialing the most, learning the most. Oh, I hear this guy says something that works better than what I originally had. Implement.
Mm-hmm.
So it's about constantly changing, developing, seeing what works for you. Like that, you don't need any experience. You don't need to be better than anyone else in anything. If truthfully, the equation's set, you just have to plug yourself into it.
Yeah, that's the best part, man. One of my favorite things about the system is that number one is people are able to come in and get as fast of a start as you did because of what we had to go through in the beginning. Like, you can ask Al, you can ask Coach, Joey, what we dealt with in the beginning was not what you guys are seeing now, but it's just like you said, it's being open and getting feedback on where we can be better, talking amongst each other, and that's how we've gotten to the level that we're at. But the best part is now is like you can get those results, and like, for example, month 1, month 2, you were hitting leaderboards without even buying leads.
Exactly, yeah.
How big of a game changer was that for you to come into a system where you're not expected to buy leads out of the gate? You don't have that pressure on you,
It's completely unreal where you have to put zero money into something, no commitment besides your time, and you can go profit another $10, $20, $30, $40,000. That's unheard
while
of.
in training.
while in training.
It's
It's
insane.
unheard of.
Yeah.
All you have to do is know how to listen, be coachable, implement, you make money.
Which is huge, man. Like, that's my favorite part. Most people that had the brains of the system and the operation that we had, like, they would be whacking the agent for commission splits, starting people at 40%. But, like, you know, maybe it just comes from us being Palestinian. Our religion is like, we don't believe in that. We do stuff with morals, you know? So, like, all of that has kind of been built off of that, to where we take almost pride in getting people results that quick, you know?
Very similarly, I told my friend this the other day.
Mm-hmm.
Our religion, Islam, it's all about accountability.
Yeah.
Of course, we need the forgiveness, but at the end of the day, our destiny, we control how we live up to it.
Yeah.
Same thing with this kind of sales job. That's why it correlates to me. That's why I love our religion and this job.
Yeah.
We are accountable here every single day for what we do.
Mm-hmm.
You slack off, you're not going to make money.
Yeah.
You put in the time, you learn, you hold yourself accountable to your mistakes, you make money.
Mm-hmm.
It goes hand in hand.
Now, talk about, like, while you were in training, right? Coming in from, you were newly graduated college at that point, right? Was within a year or so?
Yeah, a couple years.
And then, you know, going into corporate America and then jumping into sales with no background.
Yeah.
How was that transition like, or what was going off in your head, like, when you're like, you know what, F it, like, I'm going into sales, I don't have anything to lose?
I was just truthfully very, very tired of corporate.
Mm-hmm.
I was only in it for about 1.5 years, 2 years. And I told myself every single day, I had the same meetings every single day. I was about to truthfully, just hang it up. I couldn't deal with it anymore. It's the same thing on repeat with the same kind of people. It's like there's no fun in it.
Yeah.
No fun whatsoever. Sales is a new thing every single day.
Mm-hmm.
None of my days look like the rest.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what the difference of, I was looking to enjoy myself for once. I enjoy my work now. It fits my personality.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what was able to throw the hook to me, and I caught that very quick.
And it's, like, almost fun what we do. Like, I don't even really count it as, when I was on the phone dialing all day, like, dude, that was fun. Like, we used to dial till 11 midnight. Like, that was fun, you know?
It's
like
Call of Duty lobby.
It's like, it's with your boys. Like, everybody's having fun.
Yeah.
We do little silly stuff during the day to where it makes the day, like, funner, stuff like that. But, like, that's the thing. Like, you were able to succeed because obviously you were somebody that knows how to show up, you know, when they need to show up, not when they're told to show up. You know what needs to get done when it comes down to the activity. So, like, people like you, like, they're honestly just missing the right vehicle. And that's why, like, I always see guys like you that can come in here and thrive in sales so fast, because all it does is take, like, you know, your work ethic and then accountability. How was that accountability that you have? Because I see, like, as an accountable individual, you would rank in my top 3 in the entire team.
Thank you.
So how is being accountable being able to transition into sales?
For me, it completely correlates to you either want it or you don't.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a very direct person at the end of the day, where I think if you're going to do something, you do it with your best intention, for all on the gas. If not, this isn't the place for you. It's kind of the same way I like to recruit my team.
Mm-hmm.
Is I don't like anyone that's half in and half out.
Yeah.
If you're not here full time, if you're not here willing to put in the full days of work, you're not going to find the success that I think is available for someone. The accountability, it stretches in all aspects of life. So it was kind of taught to me early on, where you need to be fully committed, or you're just not going to have success. You don't hear people making, succeeding at the same stuff at the same time when they're, what they call it, dropping a basket, multiple baskets.
Yeah, all their eggs in different baskets.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You have to commit at something, succeed in that, and then you can spread out from there.
Where did you get that from, that accountability? Was it from, like, your parents, from Bill? How did you get that?
My father.
Your dad?
My
Super
father.
accountable?
Hardest worker.
Is he strict?
He's not strict. He tells us what's right and wrong and lets us do our own decision.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that to me was the perfect way of teaching me my religion, teaching me my hustle, my ambition, everything.
Uh-huh.
So from there I was kind of able to understand I want to follow his path.
Yeah. So, like, my dad is that same way, where, like, you might see, like, in business, everybody says, like, I'm a general. That's, like, my mentality, right? But my grandfather passed that down to my dad, and that's kind of where I got that from. So, like, all those traits, like, they come from the men before us, which is, like, in one way or another, it transitions really well into business, you know?
Perfect, yeah.
You need to be firm. You need to have that mentality where you're not messing around too much. You need to be accountable so you can get to the next level. So all of that, like, down the road it ends up benefiting us once we get into sales, and now we're seeing, you know.
These guys led us from the front. We have to do the very same thing.
100%. Now, in regards to like your old crew, you guys are just starting off in ATL. You guys are growing very quickly. Like what we did in 2 years, you guys should be able to crush it in a year at this pace. Like, how does it feel like being around, like you said it earlier, like the vision, right?
Yeah, the vision. So it's beautiful because we could say however you want, the playbook is in front of us.
Mm-hmm.
We understand what needs to be done to get to the goals that we want. Now it's just about executing and being very cautious with our time.
Mm-hmm.
That's the most precious thing we have is our time.
Yeah.
So, of course, I can't teach someone how to make 40K if I can't do it myself in a month. So I have to, of course, sharpen my own skills, make sure I know how to do it. Not just once, you have to be able to do it on a consecutive basis just to know it's not luck. And then from there, I know how to teach someone something I've done.
Mm-hmm.
I want to multiply people like me, so I have to do it first.
Yeah.
And then from there, you do it with a couple guys. Eventually, you got a good foundation. Eventually, you got the office. Then you're the next Ronnie at that point.
Appreciate that, bro. But that's the biggest thing, man. Like when it comes to sales, like you just said it, you have to master the game yourself. And what I mean by that is selling at a high level, you know? Like at the end of the day, if you can't sell at a high level, like you can't expect to teach somebody, right? It doesn't go hand in hand. It won't work out.
Yeah.
Your team is a direct resemblance of its leader. So like I love that you say that, because so many people that think they can come into the industry and just start building out teams, and they don't see that success, they don't see those results, and that's the biggest reason why. So like to get to the start that you all have, like there's agents coming in on your all's team and that are putting up like crazy numbers. Like we had a conversation about the Khalid guy. Like how are you all able to get people results that quick? Like what is it do you think that's so special about your all's group that just started?
We're very keen on setting the standard early and knowing what needs to be done for the results just because it's happened before.
Mm-hmm.
So I could tell if someone's about to kind of be half into it or their priorities aren't aligned with the vision I see or that Nabir sees my upline, my brother,
Mm-hmm.
then I know from there this guy isn't the right fit.
Yeah.
So fitting everyone into our system, that's kind of how you'll see if there's going to be success here or if they should just cut it out.
And that's special that you just said it, like your brother is the upline. So like being able to be with your brother in the business, like I know how big it was for Al and Coach, you know? How does that feel, like being able to work side by side with a big bro?
The best feeling in the world. It's your brother. There's no one else you'll ever trust most than someone like that. He wants the best for you. You want the best for him.
Yeah.
And it's better than starting with a friend or something because you always hear of the fallout.
Yeah. It's like a bulletproof partner.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I got the vision. He got the vision. He sharpens me. I sharpen him. Together, we get to go from A to Z way faster.
Do you guys hold each other accountable? Do you guys argue about who closes more? Or how does that go?
You have to. Is there competitiveness within each other? Of course.
Yeah.
Will I ever go close a $200 policy, make my $2,000 for the day, and he's mad? No. That's the beautiful part about it. He wants my success. I want his. And one of us are succeeding, the other one isn't. It puts a fire under the other person.
Mm-hmm.
So it kind of forces us to go get it even more.
But it's like you want to, like you love each other as a brother, but at the end of the day, like you want to compete, you know, like you don't want him to be better than you on the leaderboard. He doesn't want you, and that's like the best part about it is like it's that extra like drive. It's not just like your friend that you're competing against. It's like your brother, like you're competing for the house rules, you know?
Extra chip on the shoulder, and this business isn't for someone that doesn't like competition and is scared of anything. Yeah. You have to want it all, and you have to go after everything. Yeah. So I know Bill just took the championship in the mid-bracket, which is huge. We swept the bracket, which was funny because I'll tell you guys a story real quick. Like at the beginning, Mahmoud and Wiley were like, oh, let's put the bracket together, all three of our teams. I was like, dude, like, we're really big at this point. Like, how are we going to put all these people in a bracket? So we're like, all right, we're going to take 30 for the elite, so-and-so for the mid, 64 for the rookie. And then I sat back and in the back of my head, I was like, you know what? Like, the pot's $10,000, right? Yeah. We're each paying a third. So I was like, you know what? I'll let them donate the $7,000 or whatever it is to my team because I know all of our guys are going to take all the brackets. And I ended up agreeing to do the bracket with them because I was hoping and knowing that that's how it was going to play out, which is funny. But let's say in a bracket scenario, if you and Bill would have met up in the finals, what would that have looked like at home? Love you, big bro, but I ain't losing.
Like, is it gonna? Would it have got dirty in the house?
Dirty? Who knows? But no, of course not. But I'm not losing. I know he's gonna go in with the same mindset.
Yeah.
And that's truly what the definition of iron sharpens iron.
Yeah.
Is. It's gonna be a constant battle, tension in the house.
Yeah.
I know he's not gonna walk through my room. I ain't
Yeah.
gonna walk through his room. But
Somebody might get choked or jabbed or something.
I gotta put him in. Yeah.
Lock the doors.
But of course, no.
Sleep with your eyes closed.
That would be one of the best scenarios.
Dude, we gotta see that next year. We gotta make that happen. If you got, we'll put you boys on the opposite side of the bracket. You guys gotta make a run to the finals. That'll be a good matchup.
Elite bracket 2026.
Or we see Allen coach in the finals. Something like just one last crazy run, you know. Now you spoke about the vision a little bit, right? You said when you walked into the office, it reminded of you of what your vision was like.
1000%.
What does the vision look like for you?
The vision, as of right now, is very simple. It's to build the foundation of what's the future.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, it's being able to pass on the opportunity that we were provided to, with simply being able to help these people with this amazing job that we're blessed with. We get paid very well. We get to help people. We get to spend all day with our friends, with our brothers, and make good money while helping people that do truly need our product.
Yeah.
So being able to expand that image into people's head and building our company, our business from the ground up, that's the goal right now.
Yeah, and that's a strong mission statement, and it's funny that we bring up that topic. I was on a call with Sean Mike the other day for like a coaching call, and he asked me, what is your mission statement? I said, we're committed to excellence. And he asked me again, he said, what is your mission statement? I said, we're committed to excellence. He said, no, real people, real numbers, real results. Because that's true. Like, everyone thinks looking inside out it's fake, but it's real people, it's real numbers, it's real results, you know? So like that reminded me just like how strong the impact is, because like everyone thinks it's too good to be true in sales, but it's real, you know. But what does it take? It takes showing up on time, consistency, your mindset, not having an ego, just like you said. But that vision is huge, man, because when I see your all's group, like it really did remind me when it was just me, Al, Coach, and Joey, and it was just us four on Zoom all day. You know, like you guys walked in with like four guys, you, your brother, and then Khalid and Mo. Like, that's what it reminded me of. Like, that's how it felt. And that was like, honestly speaking, now that I look back at it, it's like one of the best parts of the business. Because, you know, you're starting. Like, we didn't really know what we were doing at that time. You guys are obviously in a different situation. But it just shows you, like, how that at that time was like 4 people, including me. Now when you look at it, like, fast forward 2 years, 307 people. Which just shows you, like, just like how duplicatable the business is, how successful people are doing, you know, how many lives it's changed, how many lives it's impacted, and like to see you all getting ready to do the same thing has been amazing, and we're grateful to have you guys on the team and excited to finish this weekend off with you guys.
Of course. Thank you, Ronnie. We're grateful for being able to use this boat, the vehicle that you provide for us, and from there we get to speedline the process.
Yes, sir. Let's get it.
Let's get it, brother.